Alive and in humongous color from west of the Rockies. Let's Make It Bacon with Ace with another award-winning video. If you like this video, please subscribe and click the thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, well, give me a thumbs down. Good to go. All right, so solar is here. Oh, so I've been looking for a few months now. Well, I guess a few weeks to a few months for the most cost-effective way to mount solar panels, solar mount. And they have all been incredibly expensive, to whereas to mount two of these panels, you're looking at $200 to $400 for just mounting two. Now to mount 26, holy crap, it adds up. And I'd end up paying way more than I did for the freaking solar panels themselves, just for a freaking mount. So I said no, because that's stupid. The mount that I'm about to show you is not meant to last for 15, 20 years. So know that up front. It's not, it's not something that is built to last forever, because this isn't pressure-treated wood. This is 2x4s. At this point in time, with this point in date in history, prices for lumber have finally come back down to something that isn't absolutely heinously insane and nuts. Whereas 6-8 months ago, they were literally double and or more. So with the prices of lumber coming back down to manageable levels, where I'm paying $4 for a 2x4x8, I'm able to now create this solar solution for much less. This is just a test rig, just to try out different things, and that's the reason I built it. It's not 100%. There's some differences in measurements as far as like length. These going across are not 8 feet long. They're slightly less than that. So know that that amount at the end, that's going to be a little bit larger with the actual, finished product, I guess you could say, long array. And what that does is these panels, pretty much you would have 4 of these rigs, these mounting rigs, and for every 4, that gives enough space for 1 additional panel. And so those, build up and go from there. What I've been able to calculate, if my calculations are correct, and this model is to scale, go from Back to the Future, at least roundabouts, then this guy here, I'm able to replicate these and mount all 26 panels that I have allotted for the ranch property, with the ability to expand more in the future, of course, for less than $800. That is including some things, though, that I already own, which really is going to be cinder blocks and some screws. So let's get a little bit closer and let me show you how this thing is built. So as far as holding the panels in, I tried a couple of different methods, and I'm going to be going with this one. These are brackets that are less than $1 a piece, available at Lowe's and Home Depot. The sun is right in the way. There we go. So the brackets go underneath. There's 2 screws that go into the bottom there. And then on the side, I've got a screw hole if I want to put a screw in there. And what I'll most likely be doing is not putting a screw in the side, but putting a screw in the back. So I'll drill it or get self-tapping screws to be able to attach that, and that is at each corner. All of the weight is going to be going on this guy here, which is supported by this 2x4. There will be 1 screw here, and also I will have a bracket underneath here that will do 2 screws and 2 screws to really make sure that this is reinforced with that up here. Sorry. Let's move around here. So back here, we can see if I can show you there. So you've got plates at the top that have screws in the wood, screws into the solar panel. And so that keeps the panel mounted from going this way on the top. And then an additional reinforcement, I have a single screw in the middle, but I could just as easily put a screw through there and there to hold it on as far as the middle, to ensure that we don't have, you know, rocking the boat here. We've got a 2x4x8. This will be cut in half, and we'll be able to use one 2x4x8 per unit, essentially. And this mounts up. So these are the brackets I was talking about that'll go under the front, that'll support the front. Because they are just, because of the way that they're built, they're very rigid because of this part in the middle. Hard to crimp, I guess you could say, easily. So a little bit stronger with that. So that will be mounted here. And then on the other side, the next array, I guess you could say, another one of these, will then also be right up butt against this, and it will mount with another bracket here. So that will connect all of them together. So the panels will be connected together, and the array here, you know, the actual mount will be connected together. If I wanted to go super overboard, I could at least on one side put a screw through to connect it to this, but these brackets will do just fine without it. As far as the top is concerned, this is not a finished product, but that is using a sawhorse bracket from Lowe's, about 10 bucks. There will be a hole drilled here with a screw put through with a washer on it, just like these. Also, I don't like the there you can see it. I don't like where that hole is, so where that marker dot is, I would put another one. It's a hole, screw, washer. This one is too close to the front of the board, and I'll show you what that does. Over here, it breaks the board. So that's a bad thing. They need to be more centralized, and it's possible even with this one here that I might move it a little bit further to the center and put a hole through and screw those as well. I was planning on doing a brace across as well along the back side, but I don't think that I'm going to need to, and I can always add those later if need be. Both the front and the back will get cinder blocks, and it won't be oriented like this. It'll be oriented like the one over there, to where the next set of panels and mounting will go in that hole, and then there'll be one, of course, in the back here. The reason this string is here is to show where on each of the cross members I will have hanging, not by cotton cord like this, but with paracord. It'd probably be just fine with paracord. I was going to say some 1,000-pound paracord, but the 550 cord will probably be just fine. I will hang Home Depot buckets. You know, I got extra buckets. Fill them with, if I can, sand, but dirt, if, you know, all else fails, you know, whatever's available and cheap. I guess I can always, another thing I can do, I've got a bunch of concrete scrap pieces that are down at the ranch. I can always break those into smaller pieces and hang it as well. So that will hang from the back, and that will act as a counterbalance. This will be level, of course. I'm going to ensure that the whole unit is level, but there's a lot of weight on the front, and there's a lot of not weight on the back. And so that extra weight is there to provide, is going to be there to provide counterbalance. But let me give you an example real quick of the stability here. So this is just, rigged the way it is. It's not fully done. I only have the front legs in, and, so it's not even done to full deal. But, so I'm going to shake it. And that's all I'm able to get is a whole lot of nothing. It is rock solid. So with everything together here, acting as a cohesive unit, boom, shakalaka, good to go. So that's that. Propane tanks, 2 I just exchanged, 3 I've got to fill. I'm gonna make sure I take them down, get them all topped off at the local propane place. But those are coming with that. All right, so I got the propane tanks here. Those are empty, so I'll need to fill those. In tank exchanges in the past, I've always at least heard, whether it's true or not, I'm not sure, that, there we go, that with the tank exchanges, they don't actually fill it to full. So I'll make sure I top those off, and that'll be good to go for that. Time to go inside. All right, so things have changed in here. I will be most likely moving into here either maybe tonight, probably tomorrow, to verify everything is functional, everything is working, get my life started in here, I guess you could say. And so I'm going to be doing that. But as part of that, I'm just getting everything together. So I got the parts and pieces for a sediment trap and an outport for this guy here. I don't know exactly what Mr. Heater hoses I have down at the ranch, so might be better to not do this, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to go down to the ranch, and I'll go down actually thinking about it to take the solar panels down ahead of time. So I'll check then, but I'll get the hoses, I'll bring them back up, and then I'll finish making the connections for these, and it'll be good to go. Yesterday got myself a new tool bucket organizer just for kicks and giggles. What else do we got going on here? So, all right, bring it around. Okay. So the front is done. I put the bath, what is it called? The bath thing across. So it is now thermally separated from the front. Love this comforter. I loved it during the winter this last year. It was incredible, and it's going to be incredible for this. I've got another one I'll be using for my actual bed. But the thermal capacity to keep heat in is awesome with this. So it'll be a beautiful, beautiful thing to make it so the greenhouse up front, I mean, the greenhouse up front is great for the daytime in the winter, bringing heat in, but man, it's a loss leader when it comes to letting it out. So got that installed. Foam noodles have been installed here up in the crevasse. Light has been ordered. The new one, the 22 or 24 inch, I can't remember which one, but that has been ordered and will be here in the next few days. And then instead of pool noodles, I did filler foam here. We'll see if I'm happy with it. Probably won't be. This is the reason why I might be waiting until tomorrow to get this done. But yeah, see, it's not full to the top. I don't know if you can see that. It's not full to the top there, but I need to wait for this to cure and cut it out, so it'll be tomorrow. Now I'm thinking about it, yeah, it'll be tomorrow. But I've got that, and that is also ready for a light. I'm going to verify that the light I get is functional, happy, good, and of the quality that I want. And when that is done, then I will buy another one, order another one, and get it installed here. As for back here, my wolf blanket will go back there again when all is said and done. I got the water reconnected here to it so that I can, as I said, start living in it. Got the filter installed. The vent for the air for the refrigerator is going to be coming in on Wednesday. It's Monday, so it might be 2 days because I need the refrigerator. Well, I don't necessarily need it. Yeah, I'll move it tomorrow, probably. But bed for the refrigerator coming in on Wednesday, so a couple days. I'll install that. Then I'll get this guy up, running, rocking, and rolling all day long. And that will be good to go. Other than that, just got my test setup stuff here. What will happen, so this will probably be moved over to this side here for its permanent, well, semi-permanent installation location. You know, I don't know if I'm going to have any excess electricity coming into the day beyond what it charges, but I'll find out, and if I do, I'll put it into this. And then I'll put 2 cinder blocks here, and this is where the heater will sit. Once I get this thing figured out, as far as the hose, you know, I need a connection out so that the cold air isn't just dropping into the intake. So I need to find a way to connect a hose to extend out the thing here so that it will function properly, with, you know, being able to flip this around. So I want to flip this around where the big part is over here and further away from the heater, because I want to angle that 30K heater over here, right there. I want to angle that, just put it right there. And that will be providing, hopefully not a lot of heat, but I anticipate that solar is not going to be, you know, people really overestimate what solar can produce. And, you know, nighttime, and I'm getting 3 batteries that will be sent to me in the next month. There'll be 15,000, you know, kilowatt hours of electricity. This thing alone, just even at non-freezing conditions, is only, you know, is 4 to 5 kilowatt hours. And that's with, as I said, not freezing conditions from the onset. So I anticipate that will probably go up to, you know, actually running per night would be possibly, you know, 10 or more. I don't know. We'll see. See how efficient this sucker can really, you know, when the chips are down, we're gonna find out. Bought this elbow to try to work with what I was saying, you know, so that the air can be funneled out. This doesn't fit exactly the way I need it, so I'm going to have to figure out some kind of methodology to connect that up. Other than that, I think that is about it. The water is on again, as I said. Okay. Pretty cool, huh? I thought so. But yeah, we should be able to start living in this guy relatively soon, like in the next couple days. And that's pretty much it. So if I have any updates further, I'll let you know, but this will probably be the video for the day. Thanks so much for watching. Appreciate it, and hope you have yourself a fantastic day. Goodbye.